Hey everyone, this is Quinn Pettifer with the Gazette, and you are watching Get to Know Gives Back. This is a segment that is connected to the Gazette Gives Back, which is an annual program that is sponsored by Collins Community Credit Union, all about supporting our nonprofit community. Every year, the Gazette selects 40 nonprofits in the human and social services sector and offers up to over $500,000 in free advertising credits for those nonprofits to be able to share their message and build awareness of the services and resources that they provide to thousands throughout Eastern Iowa every year. And one of my favorite pieces of this is the segment Get to Know Gives Back, because we get to talk to those that are representatives of these nonprofits, hear their stories, learn a little bit more about their work, what they've been doing. And of course, we can't go into it without talking about how 2020 has caused some shifts and pivots. And today we are going to be talking to Erin Horn with Beat Cancer Today, and we're going to talk a little bit about plans for 2021. Hey, Erin,
How's
I
it going,
see you're
Quinn?
also still doing the remote thing. So
Yep.
thanks for letting me invade your home for a few minutes here. But first off, congratulations on becoming a part of the 2021 Gazette Gives Back program. We're honored to have you on board.
Thank you so much. It's a huge deal for us, so we really appreciate the support.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to start by giving you a chance to explain a little bit about the organization. I think this is just an amazing story of an idea that has really evolved over the last few years. And for those that do not know about Beat Cancer Today, tell us a little bit about your work.
Yeah, awesome. So Beat Cancer Today, our mission is to create awareness of childhood cancers and provide financial support for childhood cancer research, scholarships, and patient and family support programs. And so we're a little bit unique in that besides the scholarships, most of what we do is raise money and then give it away to other organizations that do really amazing work. So just to give you an idea of how we started, back in 2009, there were two moms sitting at a pool, sitting by a pool. They were pediatric cancer moms. Their kids had cancer. And somebody walked by with a Beat Iowa shirt. And a little bit later, somebody walked by with a Beat State shirt. And one of the moms said to the other one, wouldn't it be cool if everybody was just for Beat Cancer? And so that kind of sparked the idea for these shirts that we originally started off just doing Iowa and Iowa State Beat Cancer shirts. So we got licensing agreements with the universities. We made black and gold Beat Cancer shirts that had the Tiger Hawk on it, and then Cardinal and gold. And we basically put it out there to see, who could sell the most. And so it was hugely successful. And this is, again, back in 2009. We weren't even a nonprofit. It was just an idea for some really super simple t-shirts. And so we became an official 501c3 back in 2012. And we started, doing middle schools and high schools and other colleges like Mizzou, just basically where all these folks were, wanting to raise money and support for the organizations that, supported our families. So where that money goes is it's split up between the University of Iowa Dance Marathon, and most people in Eastern Iowa know all about them. And so that's a great support organization that helps our kids in the hospital. It has great family programs throughout the year. They just do a lot for kids fighting cancer in Iowa. Also, the Children's Cancer Connection, headquartered out of Des Moines, that has a summer camp every year. And they have two different weeks. They have 1 week for kids that are actively in treatment or have at least been diagnosed with cancer at some point. So it could be anywhere from, they beat it 5 years ago, to they're actually, still getting medicine every day today. And it's staffed by doctors and nurses. And so parents can feel comfortable if their kids have a really complicated medical, medicine that they have to take every day, that there's somebody on staff that can help them. And so it's just really a way for kids that are fighting cancer or that have fought cancer to bond with other kids like them, and to also try and feel some sort of a normalcy, during the summer, like any other kid that could go to camp, which unfortunately didn't happen in 2020, obviously. But then they also do a sibling camp, which is really, I think, important and critical to understand that childhood cancer also affects the siblings and the whole family. And so they have a week that's free, obviously, for the kids. So anybody that had a sibling that fought cancer, they can go to that camp as well, and again, bond with other kids and feel normal. And then they have all sorts of other different programs too, like beads for bravery and things like that. For every scan that you get a little bead and you put it on the string, and it'll wrap around the room 3 times with some of these kids. And they love that program. They have a house in Des Moines where families can go to and kind of decompress and things like that. So amazing organization there. And then Children's Oncology Group is based out of Philadelphia, and they are the research arm for childhood cancer, and they only do research for childhood cancer. So, we've come across, we've had over decades just taking adult cancer protocols and just maybe dialing down for kids and seeing if that addresses the issue and doesn't work. And so COG specifically researches the uniqueness of childhood cancers of all types. And there's over 300 hospitals around the world that subscribe to the COG protocols. So if a hospital is a COG hospital, someone comes in, it's a 5-year-old stage 4 neuroblastoma and MINC amplified. They pull out the COG protocol book and say, okay, this is what we're going to do as directed by COG. And then as COG finds things that work better, they update those protocols. And so so many hospitals around the world use COG as kind of the leading expert in how we should treat childhood cancer. So those are the organizations that essentially all the money that we raise in all of our fundraisers, we give it back out to those organizations. And then on top of that, we have our own scholarship programs. So there's a survivor scholarship program and a sibling scholarship program, taking a page out of Children's Cancer Connections book for kids who have either fought cancer or their siblings did. It's a huge financial impact to that family. And if they'd like to go on to post-secondary education, they can apply for the scholarships. And so we'll help with that expense for them to go to college or community college or vocational training or whatever they want to pursue after high school.
Who knew that state rivalries could Iowa State could spark just such an amazing organization and program. I can't believe how much you are able to do and support in a given year. It is truly an amazing feat, and you nailed it. I mean, from research to support to just opportunities for kids and families to connect and just have that support and ability to just talk in a safe space, a comfortable space where everybody gets it, everybody understands what's going on and are there for each other. Obviously 2020 was a challenging year when it comes to fundraising, when it comes to events. But cancer doesn't stop, right? Doesn't break for pandemic, doesn't break for derecho. How did you guys pivot, and are you still in that mode as you look towards the new year?
Yeah, that's a great question. We, a lot of the fundraising that we do boils down to one big event that happens in the spring. And unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we had to cancel that. We tried to postpone it to later on in the summer. So we canceled the one event that we had, which is usually like a gala, dinner and stuff like that. Really fun in-person, obviously, event that we had to cancel. So then we came up with this other idea of doing like a poker run, which was like mostly outdoors and, can be safe. Everybody wear masks. And we had all these vendors lined up in Nubo and downtown Cedar Rapids to do that. And it was scheduled for, I think, I don't know, maybe the week after the derecho hit. So we had to cancel that one. And maybe it was 2 weeks after, I don't know. But so essentially our 2 big events where we did most of our fundraising ended up being canceled. So one of the things about that is that Beat Cancer is 100% volunteer. We don't have really any overhead besides, like insurance and website and stuff like that. So if we have a decrease in income, it just means less that we can give to those organizations, which is really unfortunate. But one of the reasons why something like Gazette Gives Back is so huge for us is because we also don't want to spend a bunch of money on marketing and things like that. So word of mouth has always been really, really important. And so now to have an opportunity to get in front of people that have never heard about Beat Cancer before with the platform of the Gazette, like that's absolutely huge and something that we typically wouldn't spend our own money on, every single year to try and drum up that awareness. So for us, it's just a huge thing to have that kind of awareness.
Well, we're really proud to be able to have a role in this incredible work. For people that want to get involved, either just learn a little bit more about scope of services, or if they want to volunteer, if they want to contribute in some way, help you map out 2021, where should they go? How should they contact you?
Yeah, so you can go to beatcancertoday.org. It basically dumps you right onto our shirt selling website that you can buy a Beat Cancer shirt. So we still do the Iowa and Iowa State shirts. We've got hoodies, Under Armour hoodies. We've got kind of the plain. If you don't root for a particular team, you can get a plain one. We have purple and
I think
gold.
it's black and gold. I still think that's a Hawkeye. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a Cyclone, so
Oh,
wife's
what?
a Hawkeye.
Oh, God. We went this
She
far into the
she tries to get me
interview.
into black and gold every chance she
God, you're
can.
cutting out, Aaron.
Yeah, where I really struggle the most is, Fry Fest. We always have a table at Fry Fest, and I have to wear black and gold at Fry Fest. It just really
Pride swallowing.
yeah. Fortunately, unfortunately, I think our black and gold sells the best. So, it is what it is. But so yeah, so you can buy a shirt there. We do custom shirts again for schools that want to do it. So I think most recently we did a lot of with Mount Vernon and Xavier here in this area, but we do them all across the state as well. So if anybody's interested in doing a Beat Cancer night or a Beat Cancer shirt at their school, a lot of times the limitation is we just don't necessarily have the in with that school. But if you do and you'd like to do a Beat Cancer night, we can take care of all the logistics of getting the shirts printed and pre-orders and taking the orders and shipping them and all that stuff. We just need those connections. So that would be awesome. And so more information on kind of what we do is on beatcancertoday.org. And there's, the donate area and the shopping area and all that stuff's on there.
Awesome. Well, for grassroots idea that was poolside to running an all volunteer organization, thank you for all you're doing. You and your volunteer team, everybody that's involved with this. It is truly amazing what you have been able to really do with this program, and we're really excited that you're part of Gazette Gives Back 2021. So Aaron Horn with Beat Cancer Today, thank you for being here, and to our viewers, thank you for checking out another edition of Get to Know Gives Back. This is part of the Gazette Gives Back program. You can check out Beat Cancer Today, as well as all 40 of our nonprofits that are part of the 2021 program at thegazette.com/gives back. Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Collins Community Credit Union. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.